Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Nathaniel Tapia, back at it again. We're here in episode 3 of the interview room. I'm here with Daisy Martin. Daisy, you want to say hi to the people?
Hey guys.
I'm here with Daisy Martin. I'm interviewing her today. We're going to be going over a couple topics, different topics. We're going to be going back and forth and everything. She's going to give her testimony of what she went through in her life. And, well, as always, as we always start, how was your day, Daisy?
It's been good. I just didn't like the weather. It was cloudy.
It was cloudy.
Yeah.
But it was like the weather couldn't decide, hey,
Yeah,
I'm going to rain or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think at one point it was getting sunny too.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it got cloudy. It got back cloudy.
So it's Sunday, February 11th, right? Is it 11th?
Yeah.
February 11th, Super Bowl day. Everybody's enjoying the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all know who's winning now? Anybody?
No, I don't even watch them.
No? I'm hoping the 49ers win. I don't know why, but who cares? Whoever wins. But we're here, episode 3 of the interview room. I'm going to be interviewing Daisy. Again, I'm keep on repeating myself. So, what you do today? Sunday?
Today I woke up early, I actually overslept. I woke up at 8. I normally wake up at 6:30 or 7 because I study my notes because I'm in this class for Instituto Biblical. I have to be at church at 9:30. And I went to Instituto, I had church, I was helping with the kids. From there, I went to go eat. I just stayed at the house pretty much, and I was just catching up on homework, cleaning up around the house. And that was whenever you had called me.
Yeah. It was another last minute thing that we had to do, and I noticed that you had texted me one day that you wanted to be in a video.
Yeah.
And so I had called her up. I was like, hey, Daisy, do you want to be in a video and everything like that? You got 25 minutes to spare or 30 minutes. And I'm glad you're here to be here to
Yeah,
be
it's
an
all
interviewer.
for the glory of God. It's not for us. It's for the glory of God at the end of the day.
Amen. Alrighty, to start off, you had mentioned a couple topics that you want to talk about, depression, anxiety, crystals. I believe by crystals you also want to include astrology signs if you want to. Okay. First question that I'll be asking you is, what is, in your own perspective, things of crystals and astrology stuff?
Okay, me personally, I know that everybody has different beliefs and experiences and stuff, but for me, I would say crystals, it's obvious that they're called I don't want to sound rude either, but they're these little rocks and different colors and shapes and sizes, and they say this color will give you this color, this rock will give you love and abundance, this will bring you good luck, this will bring you financial, this will help your health. And then there's also tarot cards, those, I don't know if you ever seen them. I used to see them a lot on my social media. It would be people on live streams, and they will do cards, and they will be PayPal me, and I will give you insight of your future, what's to come.
I think I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've never actually actually seen it, but I've seen a lot of that's
I would
happening.
actually join in their live, and I would see it, and on different lives, they would have these two bars, and they will flip back and forth, and they'll be put a question in the comment, and my earthly sensations will answer it to you and stuff, and that was something really crazy, honestly.
Yeah, those. I've never, how I was saying before, I've never actually seen that, so I can never actually tell you oh yeah, that's true or something like that. To be honest, I've never actually seen that. What was it called?
The tarot cards.
Tarot cards.
And then the crystals, and then those little, I don't know what's it called. I don't know it off the top of my head. I probably might later, but right now I don't know what's it called.
So most of those, do you have any past experience and in the short term, so we can move on to other topics and stuff like that, and your own words, give or take, in your own words, have you experienced something like that?
Actually, yes. It was around 2020, but the thing is, I already had depression, so I was already at that point, I didn't really know God, but I was also trying to seek a way to for me to find happiness. And I would see like people, they would be like, write this in your notebook, manifest this. Say, I will be rich, I will have a house, yada, yada, yada. So that's what I would do. I had my notebook and I would write stuff, and it's like manifesting. Like I would not ask God. I would go to the earth and like I would be like, hey earth, hey all this, and I would put like a lot of stuff. The tarot cards, yes, I've also did that. I would join in people's live streams and like I would be like, hey, give me a reading, and like I would also pay people to give me readings. And because of that, if you didn't know, those actually open doors. Like it opens demonic doors. And I've noticed around that time when I started doing it, like a lot of stuff started becoming like creepy around my house. Like I would see shadows and stuff, and I would feel stuff, and I would dream stuff too. But that's like a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
And also the crystals, like I used to have crystals too. Like I had one with like, it was like one with love. And with that one, I would carry it in my pocket and I would take it with me everywhere I go. And I'd be like, well, this will bring me good luck. This will bring me money. But you know, at the end of the day, us Christians, us believers of God and Christ, we know none of that works.
Yeah.
And we can also break all of that off. And I believe it, like, cause I had to get delivered from a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. It's a lot of things that are happening specifically now in the world that are changing people nowadays, specifically Christians. So they tempt them, and they basically be like, "Hey, like this is something that will help you also in your walk with God," and it'll fool them basically.
Yeah,
It'll fool
I've
them.
seen that.
And it's just nowadays people are living like two different lives.
Yeah.
Nowadays they'll live two lives. They'll say, okay, but yeah, I'm a Christian. I go to church on Sundays or Wednesdays, or I go to youth service and stuff like that. But again, they live another life by who knows on the other days or after church or after youth service. They're always out drinking or smoking and everything. And that's just called, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, a lukewarm Christian.
Yeah, a lukewarm
It's
Christian.
living two different lives. In reality, you call yourself a Christian, but in reality, you're out living the world.
Yeah. And the truth is, in my personal experience, I've actually seen this like on many occasions. I'm not the one to call out people or anything, but it's just from what I see. And I would see like people, like I hear like in churches, I'm not saying here in Coffee County, I'm just saying in general. I would see people like coming to church, worshiping, speaking in tongues, prophesying. They're doing so much things and like with God. But as soon as they leave the building, they're another person, like quick as that. Their whole personality changes. They start cussing, they start drinking, they're fornicating. They're doing a lot of stuff that does not like that God does not like. And I'm pretty sure, like, if we have our common sense, because in Romans, it does speak about, like, how we have laws established already in us. Like, we already know, and we differ between what is right and what is wrong. So it's obvious, like, they know what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure that the Holy Spirit also lets them know what they're doing. But the flesh desires, like, fleshly cravings from the world.
Takes over them no matter what. And they always listen to the flesh no matter what. Because obviously it's a part of them.
Yeah.
And it's just, obviously it's not going to be an eternal thing, because the spirit that's living inside them, obviously that's a gift of God that he left for us when he sent his son Jesus Christ to die on the cross. Another question, you had mentioned me about depression and anxiety and stuff like that. What would you say, I'm going to say in your own words now, or in your own experiences, or in your own words, depression. Now, specifically nowadays, what have you seen in people like about depression, like, and anxiety? Because isn't it depression and in my point of view, I would say depression and anxiety are basically almost the same thing. But in your own words, or in your own testimony, however you want to say, what would you say is the biggest cause of depression or anxiety?
I would say now, this generation, the mental health has skyrocketed, and more now since like COVID, like the whole shutdown. A lot of people before that, they were also suffering with depression, and even before COVID hit, I was already suffering with depression. I used to go to, back then, I used to go to a church, and then I switched to another church. But even while I was at that church, I already had depression. But I would say my personal opinion, depression is something like it's like a sadness that takes over. It's a battle mentally. It's not physically. Yes, it can be physically, but it's also mainly mentally because you're having thoughts of like killing yourself. You're having thoughts like, it could be, for example, run in front of the road, try to get squished over, run off the bridge, and it's not something. It's something seriously because why? Because these are the thoughts that I had when I had depression. Just into some personal thoughts I would have, like cut yourself, kill yourself. Your mom and dad don't care about you. What are you studying? You're nobody. You're too skinny. Look at you, like they're smarter than you. You're nobody. God is not going to use you the way you are. Your past, the past is what something that hit me a lot personally. Anxiety is something more like fear. Is something like that is you can't control it because I
Yeah.
used to have anxiety. I used to be really antisocial. Like I can't even, like back then I couldn't even sit with you and have a conversation because like I would shake and I would sweat and like it's just a lot of stuff in my body. Like I couldn't even let a word out. I was so scared. I couldn't be in big groups or crowds. I couldn't even like go up and say a presentation in front of my class because I would shake so bad. On one occasion, I had to go to the school and present a presentation, and I could not do it. I was shaking, and like before that, I was crying in a bathroom because I just couldn't do it personally. And it's just a lot of stuff like anxiety and depression, and a lot of other stuff that is affecting this generation of children. Even the children, for what I see in schools, they I don't know if you knew, but in one of the schools I work at, I'm not gonna mention it, they have like therapists that like have like they see children like with ages 4, 5, 6, 7. They're talking about situations and stuff that they went through that is really sad. It breaks my heart to see like these little babies that God created in heaven. They're here on this earth and they're going through so many stuff, and it breaks my heart. Like I cry for these babies. I cry for like this generation.
Okay. It's wow. Like yeah, nowadays even the little kids are going through stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another question, we'll see. Probably after this question, we'll flip the tables and everything.
Yeah.
You can ask me whatever question you want. But what you went through depression and anxiety? Is that correct?
Yes.
You cannot fight a battle by yourself. Obviously, you're gonna have to have an army. You know that. No matter what, you have to have somebody. There's
Yeah.
gonna be God, but you also have to have somebody here as a human who will help you out. A Christian. I actually, I also went through depression and all that. It wasn't as bad, but I actually had somebody to help me get through. So if you want to say whoever, but who helped you get through your problems, get through your depression, your anxiety, your astrological signs, everything like that? Like, is there one person that you want to mention that who helped you get through like all your problems, your obstacles that you went through?
Yes, that person would be my mom because I see it now, but years ago I didn't. I thought like she was just there to just like, because I would see her like I would see like, even though she was trying to help me, I didn't wanted her help because I was so far down, like I was so low. I
Deep.
didn't wanted anyone's help for no. I didn't wanted help from my mom, my dad. Like whenever they would try to like give me advice, I would like kick them out. Like I did not want anyone near me. That's how like I was in such a bad isolation. I would be in my room for hours and hours on end. I wouldn't eat. I also had an eating disorder too. Um, but I would say my mom, looking back at it years later, I would have like attacks and episodes where like I would like I couldn't control myself, and my mom would always have to be there. I don't know how she was able to, but she would have to hold me down, and she would like have to like let me calm down because like I wouldn't breathe. I wouldn't see anything. Like I would just see stars. On a lot of occasions, my mom, she would have to sleep in the same room with me because I wasn't able to be by myself at all. Because I was I was actually going to get transferred to a facility because my depression was that high. I couldn't be around anyone. They had to take me to a facility, but that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But my mom, she helped me out a lot. Even though I didn't know God, I would see in a way that she would try to like present God to me, but I didn't want to know nothing about God, and that's the truth. I really didn't want to know nothing about God.
So you were basically wanting to fight the battles on your own.
Yeah.
And you basically pushed everybody away, and you just like, I could do this. So basically, you took pride in yourself.
Yeah, I
And
had
you
a
were
lot
saying,
of pride.
I could do this, basically.
Mhm.
I don't need your help or anything like that. And, well, yeah, that's what mostly people do. In my experience and from what I've seen, is that mostly people do that when they're in that depressed stage. Is they take
Yeah.
so much pride in themselves, and they're saying, okay, they want to get out of depression and everything like that, but they're just making it worse and everything like that by taking so much pride, and they're always like, they're turning people away when people are trying to help them out and everything. You're like, hey man, you all right? Everything. I've seen you like so down recently. What's going on with you?
Yeah.
And they're always like, nah man, I'm good. Like I don't need help or anything like that. I'm all cool. I'm all good. I'm all Gucci. Like I'm good. Like I don't need your help or anything like that. Or they even turn it into a physical form. Like they don't have to like say it. Like they'll back them up, push them away literally, and like be like, I don't need you. Like they'll get so mad. Like they'll build up this anger inside of them, and they'll be like, I don't need you anymore. Like I can do this on my own. Like I don't need anybody helping me. And I've seen that in a lot of people, and I was like, wow. Like depression also does build up other things like anxiety episodes, even pride, like I was saying, even temptation. It makes it even more and more worse because the devil is just trying to make you go down to the lowest point, the lowest level, and that's you being down, you being depressed, because that's when you're the most vulnerable. He'll attack you there. He'll keep on whispering, because that's his weapon, actually. His weapon is his lies. His lies, and he'll attack you. He'll whisper behind your ear and be like, you're worthless. You don't need this. God doesn't love you. No matter what, you committed so many sins, and like, what the heck? Like, you're useless. Like, there's no point of him forgiving you and everything like that. Like, even your family members don't like love you or anything like that. But he just keeps on putting you down and like putting you down, And I've seen like an example of a pastor. One time I seen a video. He used an example of fishing. When you're fishing, obviously you got to get your bait and you toss it into the water. And let's say, for example, the fish is you. You're the fish. You're swimming around, everything like that, and you see the bait. Obviously, the bait is the temptation and everything. You take a bite out of it. It's little by little. You take a bite out of it, and you're like, this is pretty good. Like I really want some. But you see the hook, and obviously you know it's a bad thing to not get into it, because obviously you're going to be snatched up, and well, you fell into sin. So you keep on eating the bait and the bait. You keep on eating it, and you're like, this is really, really good. And obviously, like how we were saying before, the flesh is the weakest part of our human bodies. So that's our flesh eating, obviously, the bait, because obviously our flesh is basically covered. We're all covered in our flesh and everything. And we listen to it more than our spirit that's inside of us. So obviously, we keep on eating, and then we're like, okay, I want to go fully into it, see what happens. And then that's where you get hooked on, and then you get reeled in, and you fell into sin. But I did cover that one time in a youth service, that I used that example, actually, about the fish. You're fishing
that's
and
a really
everything.
great example.
Yeah, they told me to preach here one time, and I talked about the topic over temptation, everything like that. I gave them the topic of, I believe, Joseph, when he was tempted, and David, actually, when he fell into sin, into adultery. I used those examples, and it actually worked pretty well. I even understand it myself. I was like, wow, this is like really good, and like everything, so I wrote it down. But I kind of got off topic there, but
it's fine. Yeah.
But that's how it works for anything, for any kind of sin. It's him whispering or him giving you something to try, and then when you fully commit, or when you fully go down, you're feeling depressed and everything like that, that's when he grabs you and, like, obviously he takes you hostage.
With the smallest door that you open, it could be at this small, but as long as you let permission, it expands.
Yeah,
You've officially opened the door
he'll
to the enemy.
break it down no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's always you got to be careful also to the people who you also open to.
Yeah.
Because if you open to the wrong people, they can use that against you no matter what. And obviously you're going to feel more and more down. And you're going to be like, man, well, I trusted him. He was my friend for like 15 years or something like that. How could he do that to me? You know, and that's why you got to be really, really careful who you tell stuff to people.
Yeah.
Or specifically, it's just better with your parents, because your parents can help you out a lot.
They can.
But if it's just like a parent like who abuses you and everything like that, then what's the point anyways? Yeah. It's always better, you know, you gotta look inside of them. You gotta get to know them more and everything. I wouldn't say I have like a superpower, but like I have like this feeling every single time. And I am aware of who I open to and who I not open to.
Yeah.
My parents, obviously, I love my parents no matter what. I would give my life for them and anything like that. I love them so much. I would tell them anything. Anything that I'm going through, they'll help me out and everything. But if I have, let's say for instance, my parents aren't there and I need somebody, I can go up to another guy. I'm more preferably a guy. Like a guy could help me out. But I have a mentor here at the church. I love him so much, and I'm really grateful for him. He's helped me a lot throughout my challenges and stuff like that, and I'm just really grateful that God has put him in my life. Yeah, and I'm just so grateful because he's helped me out. He's even checked up with me, because most people, I'm not sure if you know that experience or you've been there, but you know people when you open up to them, they're like, okay, so I'm going to keep on checking up with you and everything like that, seeing, hey, you good, everything like that.
Yeah.
But some people, like I was saying before, they'll just use that against you, but sometimes people would just not even like talk to you.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll not even talk to you. And if they do talk to you, they only talk to you when they need something from you. I've had multiple experiences with that. That's why I had to ditch those people. It's like, you're really not helping me at all. Like, you're only calling me when you need something, or you're calling me like 12 months from now or a year from now, just saying, hey, you good, everything like that. Like, you've been good with Christ and everything. Like what was the point of me opening up to you if you're just gonna call me or text me and be like, hey, do you have the keys to the church, or like, hey, we're doing like this party, could you bring like something, or some stuff like that. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But my mentor, he's really been checking up with me every service that we have. He's like, hey man, you like good, everything like that. And he even checks up with me with my mom and everything. He's like, hey, is he doing pretty good and everything like that? And my mom will tell me, he's like, she tells me, so this guy, he told me that you were like going through stuff and everything like that. And yeah, it was just, I'm just really grateful for him. And every single time I like saludar him, he always gives me a hug, and I feel like really like loved and everything. Like he is always there for me, and it's always good to have somebody to get you through places, like through your trials, your trials or your episodes, and it's always better. So, I think I talked way too much, or I gave way too much, or we went off topic. But just to wrap it up, we're gonna do one more question. Okay. You want to give a question? We'll make it short and everything.
To who? To you?
Yeah, doesn't matter. Just turn the tables if we want to.
Okay. Something I've noticed that whenever we were doing the interview, I did not know you have depression. Can you can you just tell me like a little bit of like your account, like how did you start having depression, and like how were you able to like get out of that, if you got out of it?
Well, that's actually a really great question. I went through depression almost my whole life. almost my
Oh.
whole life, and like it was just a struggle for me. And nowadays I keep on saying new year, new me, and everything like that. And it's just I never really managed to like get rid like of depression and everything like that. I finally did.
Yeah,
I finally
that's
did.
good.
I finally did. That's why I talk to my mentor and everything, and I tell him everything. I tell him what I go through and everything, and to make it short, it's just all throughout my life I've been that person who's never like been known. Most people here at church, they're like, "Oh, I know that guy and everything." Like I'm just that one kid who like nobody knows, but I managed to like open up to people, and it was just something that that's what I need most, to open up, and specifically to him, because I know I felt more comfortable with him.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that was the question or the answer you were looking for and everything.
Yeah, because I really didn't know you had depression. Like,
Yeah.
did you have depression like when you were like still in elementary school?
It was more when I started at the middle school.
Middle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But overall, I think that was almost everything that you wanted to talk about. That was basically, yeah. So to wrap it up, I'm here with Daisy Martin, everybody. She gave her testimony, and you glad? I was really glad that you came here, and you participated here in this video, and I'm really glad. God bless you and everything. I'm really hoping that everything goes well in your life. And well, to wrap it up, episode 3, guys. Well, this is gonna be everything. So, thanks, guys, for watching our video, and this is the interview room. Peace, guys.